Welcome, administration, staff, and students. Thank you for attending today to honor and celebrate the life of our dear colleague, teacher, and most importantly, our friend, Mr. Brad Mitchell. These past 3 weeks have been surreal. From hearing about the loss of Brad, not believing it at first, to working hard to make sure his students were well taken care of. The science department is nothing but grateful to all of the administration and staff who have helped us through these trying times. Our hearts go out to Mr. Mitchell's students who suddenly lost such an important role model in their lives. However, we are grateful and proud of your tenacity to work hard through the end of this school year. The support as well as the generosity of the West Orange community has allowed us to plant this beautiful tree and get a plaque which will be delivered at a later date in honor of Mr. Mitchell. This tree is a Japanese maple tree. Japanese maple trees have been considered a symbol of grace by many Asian cultures for hundreds of years. It has also been associated with peace and serenity. While we will always sincerely miss our dear friend Brad, it is our hope that this memorial can be a place of peace and serenity for all. May our grief in this moment be replaced by all of the cherished memories we had with our dear friend that will never fade away. I would like to end by reading a poem that I believe sums up Brad's purpose as an educator. The poem is entitled Success by Ralph Waldo Emerson. To laugh often and love much, to win the respect of intelligent persons and the affection of children, to earn the approbation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to give of oneself, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or redeemed social condition, to have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exultation, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Brad, you have succeeded and will always continue to be successful through all the lives you have inspired. Now I ask you all, but what can you do to succeed like Brad? I would now like to introduce one of Brad's closest friends, Dr. Dana Peart, to share a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. When I saw Principal Guerrero the day after Brad passed, the day after Mr. Mitchell passed, the first thing I said to him was, "You don't know what kind of man you lost." And I didn't mean to say teacher, I meant to say man. If you think Mr. Mitchell was an incredible teacher, he was an even better friend. I can't tell you what a wonderful man he was. He was kind, respectful, and we all know how funny he was. This weekend I was at home and I realized that my paycheck had gone into my account, and I said, oh my gosh, I have to text Brad. He'll want to know that the money might be in the account. We all know how Brad was about the money. I said, I got to text Brad. I actually picked up my phone to text him. So it still seems to me like he's still here. I can't quite grasp the fact that he's gone. I don't know when I will be able to do that. But I love him and I will always remember him fondly. And to the young people in the audience here, if you really want to honor Mr. Mitchell, you will buckle down and work hard in school and succeed in your academics. That's what he would have wanted. Buckle down, do better. Do better. Succeed here at West Orange High School, and if you so choose, move on to college and succeed there and become well-adjusted, successful, productive members of society. That's how you can honor this man, this wonderful man that we lost. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. I would now like to introduce another one of Brad's closest friends, Mrs. Dara Brevard.
Good afternoon. Brad and I became instant friends during the orientation here in 2005. In some ways we were very different, but in other ways we were very much alike. Having Brad as a friend felt as if I had a brother at work. He was always a gentleman and made me feel very special. Therefore, I'd like to say just a few words in memory of him. Brad was very intelligent and he loved sharing his knowledge. I could always ask him questions about the human body, and it seemed as if he knew everything. And he often still read a lot just to keep up with the latest trends and research. And I even asked him why he didn't become a doctor. And he said it's because he liked to be able to sleep. But he was definitely, and it sounds like something Brad would say, you know, because I like my sleep. He said it was like that. As a teacher, he broke down his lessons, as we know, Sesame Street style, and he demanded the best from his students. He loved his students, his family, his friends, and people in general. Brad literally made friends everywhere he went. His love could be felt whenever he gave one of his big old bear hugs. He could talk your ear off, but he was also an exceptional listener, always there to lend emotional support in times of needs. He was very frugal. We would often argue about who was cheaper, him or me. But if you didn't know, Brad would often give to those in need, and he never asked for anything in return. He told me that he did not believe in lending money. If someone really needed something, he would give it to them, and that's how big his heart was. Anyone who knew Brad knew he was very hilarious. I have vivid memories of going out to eat with him and laughing almost the whole time. One time we were clowning so badly in McClune's boathouse that we realized we should have sat outside. We were literally trying to sing under our breaths. It was an old Patti LaBelle song from when we grew up, and both of us were sitting there trying to eat and sing Patti LaBelle and be quiet at the same time. I'll never forget that day. I also remember needing to protect my plate because he would keep an eye on what I wasn't eating so he could fill his bottomless pit. Brad could eat anyone under the table, and he loved meat. He rarely ate carbohydrates, but he prided himself on eating meat and eating, 70-something shrimp one time yeah. His room was often a meeting place for all of his friends. Brad rarely came out of his room. We often had to come to his, but it was just a natural thing. It was never a stated thing. It's just where we met to hang out. And there we would laugh, support each other, and share interesting stories. Brad always made me laugh, but when he died, that was the first time he ever made me cry. I miss him very much, but I have peace about his death because I know it was his time to go and he finished all the things that he was supposed to do. I will never ever forget him. I am thankful that this tree will be here to keep his memory alive. West Orange High School has lost a phenomenal teacher and friend. I just wish I could give him one more hug and hear him ask, but what can you do? I am so thankful for the time that I had with him as a friend. And I'll leave with these words, and I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Thank you, Dara. We would like to close out our memorial service today with a short moment of silence to honor Mr. Mitchell, followed by a song tribute sung by Mr. Peter Torian, Dr. Bill Farley, and Miss Michelle Brown. Thank you for attending again. May the moment of silence please start now. Thank you.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Well, you came and opened me. Now there's so much more I see. And so, by the way, I thank you. Oh, and then for the times when we're apart, well, just close your eyes and know these words are coming from my heart. And then if you can remember, oh, smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for.
Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh, that's what friends are for.
Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for.
This will conclude our memorial service for Mr. Mitchell. Please feel free to stay, take a minute and reflect. But we do want to just thank you all so much for your continued support. And as a West Orange community, I know we'll consistently need to lean on one another for support. So thank you so much.